Hello everyone and welcome back to the final game of day 2 of the EPFA Cup 2022 here on pitch A. We will shortly be kicking off with Scotland versus Spain, both unbeaten in the tournament so far. Spain playing just a single game against Austria earlier today, registering an impressive 3-1 win. Scotland kicked things off in the opener against Switzerland, recording a 15-0 win yesterday evening. They've followed that up since with a 6-0 victory over Austria. So they'll be looking to make it 3 from 3 here this evening. Thank you all to all that are joining us from across Switzerland, Europe and the world. Just to go through the squads of Scotland, followed by Spain. Number 2 for Scotland is Logan Mitchelson. Number 3, Conor McCall. Number 4, Ethan Galloway. Number 6, Thomas Pettigrew. Number 7, Kieran Burns. Number 8, Colin Shields. And number 9, Nicky Duncan. Their coaches, Craig Peaty, Gareth Mitchelson and Stephen Miller. To go through the squads of Spain. Their challengers here this evening. Number 1, Victor Gil Vidal. Number 2, Aaron Turalba Sanchez. Number 3, Samuel Gro Garcia. Number 4, Joaquin Guerrera Iglesia. Number 5, Camillo Nicolas Sina Terribli. Number 6, Manuel Del Rey Coleto. Number 7, Radwan Boujaboud. And finally, number 8, Manuel Hernandez Alcaide. Their coaches, Jan Gro Garcia and Javier Beleda Ramon. As our match officials just led the teams onto the field of play, our officials for this fixture between Scotland and Spain. In the centre, hailing from Finland, Mika Walston. The first and second assistant in Antoine Verger from France, Nordin Subovic from Austria, and a fourth official of Steve Deschamps from France. Fantastic support from the Spanish supporters in the bleacher seating behind the pitch. This is sure to be a very entertaining game. As I said, an impressive earlier victory for Spain. Got their EPFA Cup 2022 campaign underway. 2 goals from Gro Garcia and 1 from Boujaboud. Both will be wanting to add to their goal tallies here against one of the tournament favourites, Scotland. Scotland having scored 21 goals without reply so far. Can Spain be the ones to inflict the first damage of the Scots? Once we get them, I'll bring you the exact starting 4 of Scotland, followed by Spain, before getting us underway. No matches on pitch B behind us. This is the final game of the day, so solely English commentary. Be sure to tune in tomorrow once again for another action-packed day in the EPFA Cup 2022. Just to run you through the fixtures of tomorrow, starting with pitch A, streamed on EPFA's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. We start with Austria versus Germany at 10 o'clock local time. 11:30, Switzerland take on Spain. At 2:30, Austria play Switzerland. At 4 o'clock, Germany play Scotland. And at 6:30, Germany play Spain. For all those wanting to know, the pitch B fixtures, which will be streamed off the Goals Beyond Grass, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. At 10 o'clock, Belgium play Italy At 1:30, Scotland play Belgium, which promises to be one of the games of the tournament so far. At 3, Spain play Italy. At 5, Belgium play Austria. And at 6:30, Italy play Scotland. Please note that they are all in the local time of Switzerland, so make the relevant adjustments to match your time zone. All information can be found on the social media pages and EPFA Cup website. We're shortly getting underway in this fixture. For all of those joining us for the first time this week, this European competition will see the national sides of Switzerland, Scotland, Austria, Italy, Germany, Belgium and Spain compete for 3 available spots at the EPFA Nations Cup, the European Championship equivalent for power chair football. Teams that finish in positions 1 to 4 in this round robin stage, where every country plays one another, they will automatically go through to the semi-finals on Thursday. So whoever finishes first in the groups will play whoever finishes 4th, and 2nd and 3rd will play each other respectively. The teams that finish in 5th, 6th and 7th will play a second round robin stage to establish them respective placings. This European Power Chair Football Association, or EPFA for short, delivered competition is sanctioned by our world governing body, FIFA. And this event would not be possible without the support of our fantastic sponsors and partners, so a particular mention to UEFA, Goals Beyond Grass, Power Soccer Shop, the Lottery Romand, to mention just 3. So as the teams line up, should be able to give you the team lineups, starting with Scotland. In goal they have Colin Shields, Logan Mitchelson just in front with wingers of Conor McCall and Ethan Galloway. For Spain, in goal for them, Victor Gil Vidal. Number 5 on the right is Camillo Nicolas Sina Terribli. In the centre, the very impressive Samuel Gro Garcia. And on the left-hand side, they have Manuel Hernandez Alcaide. As Gro Garcia is forced into early action, met by Logan Mitchelson. As the two sides battle away. Spain in white, shooting from left to right. That goalkeeper jersey of Gro Garcia. And Scotland from right to left in navy blue, their goalkeeper in a bright orange jersey. Logan Mitchelson to take the free kick, fires it over to Ethan Galloway, tries to cushion it back to Mitchelson, just cushions it into the left-hand side of his chair. He's met by Sina Terribli. He's going to try and force it over to Ethan Galloway on the left-hand side, but Terribli blocks his attempts. Good battle here between the number 5 of Spain and number 2 of Scotland. Terribli does well to force the ball all the way into the Scottish half. Gro Garcia and Hernandez Alcaide in support. Gro Garcia, Colin Shields with his first involvement of the game, manages to pass the ball and evade the oncoming bumper of Samuel Gro Garcia. But it goes out for a Spanish kick-in, which will be taken by their number 5, Camilla Nicolas Sina Terribli. Terribli to Garcia, couldn't quite get the accuracy on the kick in, and it goes straight out for a Scotland kick in, which will be taken by Logan Mitchelson. It's got Ethan Galloway in support. The ball didn't enter the field of play. So Spain will get the resulting kick in. Just the three central players of Spain communicating with one another. It's going to be Terribly trying to fire it over to Al-Qaeda on the left-hand side. Gro Garcia now battling away with Ethan Galloway in the centre. No options for Gro Garcia in this right-hand corner, so he has to go back. Mitchelson, a little bit of a dangerous position here for the Scotland team. Gro Garcia constantly pressuring the defence of his opposition. Mitchelson does well to see off the oncoming challenge of Terribly. Galloway with an effort here. A ricochet between the two chairs of Terribly and Galloway. Almost goes goal bound. Victor Gil Vidal with his first involvement is a crucial one, preventing that Scottish opener. And it rolls out of play for a Scotland kick in. Really tight affair in the opening 4 minutes. Mitchelson to take the kick in. He has Connor McCole down the right hand wing, who he opts for. Al-Qaeda clears the ball. Another Scotland kick in. Mitchelson. Galloway snug between the chairs of Terribly and Gro Garcia. McCole at the back post. An assured clearance from Terribly. The referee eventually awards the corner kick in favour of Scotland. As was mentioned, Scotland played to 1-2, scored 21, conceded 0 so far in the tournament. Spain with just the one game that they won 3-1 against a sturdy Austria side. Mitchelson to take. Fires it towards Galloway. Al-Qaeda can't get an ricochet off the front of Terribly's chair there. Just trickles to the left-hand post of Spain. Almost an own goal. But eventually goes out for a Scotland corner. Will taken by Mitchelson. Has the option of Galloway. Goes for Galloway, who tries to guide it over to Connor McCole at the back post. Blocked by Gil Vidal. Back to Galloway. Blocked by Gro Garcia. Terribly now trying to get his side out of danger. Mitchelson will resume the attack for Scotland. Mitchelson just lets that roll out of play for a Scotland kick in. Once again, Galloway marked closely. Mitchelson opts for Colin Shields, intercepted by Terribly. He's just going to let that roll out of play. They've got to stay alert, this Scotland side. Don't let complacency slip into their game. They've been so impressive so far. They'll be desperate for an early goal to calm the nerves against an impressive side. Ricochet off McCole's chair, puts it into a dangerous area. But Shields clears the Scotland lines. A 2-on-1 infringement in the favour of Scotland. We'll see an indirect free kick resume play. Taken by Mitchelson. Connor McCole well marked by Manuel Hernandez Al-Qaeda on the right. Ethan Galloway is marked closely by Terribly on the left. Goes back to Mitchelson, rotated spin kick, tries to pick out Galloway on the left-hand side, intercepted by Camillo Nicholas, Sina Terribly. Mitchelson, back to Shields, guides it over to McColl, back to Shields. They're confident in their goalkeeper being in possession of the ball. Galloway with a pick off to Conor McColl on the right hand side. Can he force an effort? Gro Garcia's alert, prevents the initial opportunity from Scotland. He's going to try and wiggle some space. Now Terribly is going to try and mount a counter attack for the Spanish side. Mitchelson prevents it, just a nick off the front of Terribly's chair there, and it will go out for a Scotland kick in. A tight affair in this opening 8.5 minutes or so. Mitchelson down to Galloway, a lot of pace on that ball, couldn't quite wrap his chair around it, and it'll go out for a Spain kick in. Be sure to be following the European Powershare Football Association on social media, Facebook and Twitter specifically, where we aim to post match highlights, match results, photos and more throughout the tournament. There'll be an updated league table posted at some point this evening, so you know where your nation ranks after day 2 of the EPFA Cup 2022. These two will be hoping to be nearer the summit of the table come the end of the day. Mitchelson, very congested there. Gro Garcia and Al-Qaeda surrounded Mitchelson. The 2-on-1 is awarded. Just under 10 minutes. Galloway is going to try and work an opportunity. Gro Garcia clears the initial attempt. Over to Conor McColl on the right-hand side. Gro Garcia limiting the option back to Mitchelson, and now we'll try and mount an attack. He's got Al-Qaeda in support. If he can get this counter-attack underway, Mitchelson immediately counters back. Galloway and McColl isolated in either wing. Be hard for him to find a pass. Once again, the Scottish counter-attack condensed the Spanish defenders, and play will resume with an indirect free kick, which will be taken by Logan Mitchelson. Conor McColl just going to position his chair between Vidal and Garcia. Mitchelson will surely aim to cushion it into the side of his chair and over the Spanish goal line to register the first goal of this game. Gro Garcia very alert to that, not giving McColl any room to manoeuvre his chair. He fires it into the chair of Conor McColl, whose attempt fires wide of the left-hand post. The right idea, but fantastic defending from Gro Garcia and Victor Gil Vidal in the Spanish defence. Spain have certainly been Scotland's toughest test in the EPFA Cup 2022 so far. They were quick to register goals against Switzerland and Austria in their fixtures. They're meeting a much more stubborn outfit in Spain here this evening. Mitchelson into McColl. He finds the space down to Galloway. 2-on-1. Camillo Nicholas Sina Terribly was too close. Colin Shields. Mitchelson just in front. McColl well marked by Al-Qaeda. Mitchelson over to McColl. attempts to find Mitchelson again, but terribly intercepts. Too much pace on that ball for the Spanish number 5. We're going to get our first change of the game. And it's number 8, Manuel Hernandez Alcaide, that leaves the field of play in place of number 6, Manuel Del Rey Coleto. Can Coleto be the difference in this tie and work an opportunity for Spain? Galloway back to Mitchelson. Coleto with his first involvement involves restricting the space of Logan Mitchelson. Galloway with a short pass to his number 2, Logan Mitchelson. Manuel Del Rey Coleto, busy since his introduction. In action here once again. Logan Mitchelson just gets the better of him. Is he going to try and flick the ball back to Ethan Galloway? Terribly prevents that option. So he has to advance all the way into the top right-hand corner. He sends an effort goal bound, but Samuel Gro Garcia clears. Mitchelson to take. "14 minutes gone in the final game of day 2 of the EPFA Cup 2022. It's Scotland 0, Spain 0 for all of those joining us. Both with perfect records in the EPFA Cup 2022 so far. Mitchelson will be looking to pick out Ethan Galloway, who may try and guide it over to Conor McCole at the back post. If Galloway can't force an opportunity himself, it goes all the way back to Conor McCole. He fires a shot goal bound. Gil Vidal clears, and now Gro Garcia is going to mount a counter-attack for Spain. Ethan Galloway is going to try and prevent him and guide him off the pitch, which he manages to do, giving Spain the kick in. It's good speed shown by Samuel Gro Garcia to get Spain right from their defensive box all the way into the Scotland half. And Terribly is going to take the kick in. He's got Coleto down his line. Gro Garcia central. He goes for Coleto. Ethan Galloway and Gro Garcia now battling once again. Can he pick it off? The players have to drive and give Gro Garcia the space. They just about managed to do so. Mitchelson to Galloway. Ricocheted all the way back to the Scotland goalkeeper and captain Colin Shields. He's met by Terribly. Gro Garcia. Coleto just blindsided by that ball. Didn't realise it was approaching his bumper with such pace. 2-on-1 is awarded in favour of Scotland. Will be taken by Colin Shields. Shields to take. Tries to find Mitchelson, but Coleto intercepts. Four minutes remaining. McCole is going to force an effort at goal. Gil Vidal had his front post covered, and it goes out for a Spanish goal kick. Mitchelson intercepts immediately. Gro Garcia clears. An opportunity here as Coleto tries to pick out Terribly on this right-hand side, but a bit too much pace on the ball. Certainly the right idea, and you can hear the cheers from the Spanish contingent in the bleacher seating at the back of the pitch. And your shot. Ball rolls out of play for a Spain kick-in. Very competitive fixture in front of us. I really hope you can hear the amazing support from the Spanish as Terribly tries to work his way around Mitchelson. Mitchelson very strong there to force the ball off of him. Now met by Garcia. He forces his way past the Spanish number 3, guides it down to Ethan Galloway. The referee deemed the distance between Mitchelson and Galloway not to be the 3 metre needed and awards a 2-on-1 in favour of Spain. And they'll be happy to have a little bit of respite from Mitchelson's strength and power driving up the pitch. Terribly into Garcia. Mitchelson there to meet it once again. Terribly, if he can get the pace to wrap his chair round the ball, may be able to guide it into the top right-hand corner and work an opportunity in this final minute and a half. One of the most entertaining games I've watched so far, one of the most competitive in terms of level. And Manuel Del Rey Coletto does well to clear the ball. Mitchelson has the option of Shields to his right. McCall closely marked by Coletto. And Galloway marked by Terribly. It looks like he's going to go for Shields, but reshapes his chair to put it in the space. Gro Garcia intercepts. Down to Coletto, who's just going to maintain his position in reverse. And realise he didn't quite have the pace and adjusts accordingly. Met by Mitchelson. Mitchelson trying to find a way past Del Rey Coletto. Final 40 seconds. Scotland 0, Spain 0. Mitchelson to take. Just assessing which option is best. He opts for McCall, intercepted by Terribly. Just took a nick off Terribly's chair. Scotland kick in. Surely one of the last major phases of play in this game as we're now in the additional time. 20 minutes have been played. The referee taking a glance at his watch. Mitchelson fires it down to Galloway. Just tries to shape his chair and redirect it towards the Spain goal line. But the Spanish defence assured. And Galloway's effort goes straight out of play for a Spain goal kick. One final glance from the referee. And the referee blows his whistle for the half-time interval. A fantastic half, competitive half. And I'm really excited to see what both sides can do in the second. It's Scotland 0, Spain 0. Join us shortly for the second. Hello everyone and welcome back to the soon-to-be second half of this final game of Day 2 in the EPFA Cup 2022 between Scotland and Spain, currently at a deadlock, 0-0. I am delighted to be joined by a co-commentator for the first time this week, my good friend Alex Dowdin. How are you?
Oh, very well, Ryan, thank you. It's great to be here. I've managed to get myself off of the tech desks at the back and up to watch a bit of football.
Absolutely. Thoughts on the tournament so far?
It's been absolutely fantastic, and it's not just the football experience for these teams and players. It's the whole being away together, the team camaraderie, experience different cultures, meeting other players from other countries and building friendships that really helps the development of their love and passion for power chair football as much as it is their playing skills as well. They'll be coming up against different tactics, different ideas about how to play the game, presenting them with new challenges and invaluable experience and development opportunities for all the teams involved. And there's been a couple of mismatches in terms of goals and results so far, but at the same time, every team will take something from every game.
I think we have to emphasise the fact that a number of these nations are competing for the first time. They're relatively new to the world of power chair football. I know Spain have only been operational for the past 12 months or so. Likewise with others such as Germany, Switzerland and Italy. I think it's only Belgium, Scotland and Switzerland that have, Austria, that have competed at tournaments prior to this one. So it's just amazing to see them here in the first place. I'm sure with time, effort and the amazing volunteers that make this sport, there'll be powerhouses in years to come competing both on the European and world stage. Unchanged, Scotland lined up, so we go with Colin Shields in goal, Logan Mitchelson just in front, with wingers of Conor McColl and Ethan Galloway. For Spain, Victor Gil-Vidal, the recently substituted Radwan Bujaboud, Samuel Gro-Garcia and Camillo Nicolas Sina Terribli complete their four. Mitchelson to take, he's got Conor McColl just to his right, Ethan Galloway well marked in the Spanish box by Samuel Gro-Garcia. Looks they're going to try something. Conor McColl eventually vacates the space around Mitchelson's set piece. Galloway in more space on the left. Bujaboud aware, so Mitchelson has to go to McColl. Pick off to Galloway, tries to guide his effort goal bound. Samuel Gro-Garcia prevents it. And the reverse spin kick is slightly untimed by Radwan Bujaboud.
Spain defending with four here. Two wide men, both at the top of the box. Trying to condense the space, but of course gives it a much higher chance of giving away a 2-on-1.
McColl and Mitchelson, they're going to try and work an opportunity between them. McColl has an effort. You can tell that's a set piece they've been working on. McColl very close to the free kick taker at the last second. Just drives into the box to present a very late option, leaving the Spanish defenders unaware. The eventual spin kick from Galloway goes wide of the right post and we'll have a Spanish goal kick.
To say, Camillo Senna there was dicing with the edge of the line for three in a box. But because it was the sideline, it was harder to spot for the officials. Camillo Senna and Sam Garcia getting in each other's way, trying to occupy the same space at the moment defensively when they're coming out the box. That's the second or third 2-on-1 they've given away as a result of that. Bit of communication needed. I have to say, I was fortunate enough to go to Spain and do a bit of work with the Spanish. A couple of their players did catch my eye. And Radwan, who's come on, was one of them.
So that initial free kick from Mitchelson just goes to the left-hand post of Spain, eventually resulting in a corner kick. Mitchelson has the option of Galloway. Boujaboud being considerate not to push his chair into the box. He's right on that goal line. If he was to encroach, it would be a 3-in-the-box infringement. McCall at the back post. Couldn't quite get the accuracy to force the ball past Gro Garcia at that near side post. It remains Scotland 0, Spain 0.
So again, defending with 4, with Camilo Senna down at into a corner, isn't a standard defensive setup. It's given our officials lots to think about, for definite. And it's important to say, of course, this tournament is a great development opportunity for a number of match officials, classifiers.
Galloway just trying to direct that pace goal bound, but Gro Garcia is alert. Shepherds it out of play for a Scotland kick in. But yeah, as you were saying, development tournament, officials, classifiers, players. It's a fantastic opportunity.
Galloway's looking to block this, become a screen for McCall at the back post. The question is, McCall's slipped back a bit. He was up at the right height. He's repositioned himself. He's there now. 3 in the box there from Senna as he intercepted that ball, but not spotted by the officials.
An assured clearance by Terribly. Despite that possible 3-in-the-box infringement. Mitchelson to take the resulting corner kick. Once again, as Alex just mentioned, Galloway is looking to act as a screen. Logan Mitchelson will fire it in the direction of Galloway, and he'll feint at the last minute, leaving it open for Conor McCall, and that wide gaping goal at the back post.
It's a race between the ball and Sam Garcia if they get it right.
It's all about Mitchelson's accuracy. Finds McCall, directs it goal bound, and Conor McCall scores Scotland's goal.
Absolutely tremendous corner.
As we said, a really well-worked opportunity. That was reliant on Logan Mitchelson having accuracy to get the ball over to the other side of the box, past Gro Garcia and Terribly. That makes it Scotland 1, Spain 0, 25.5 minutes played in the final game of day 2 of the EPFA Cup 2022.
Substitution for Spain.
Yeah. It looks like Aaron Turalbo Sanchez will be coming on.
Bit of confusion who they're taking off. Is it Radwan Bujan who's just come on at half time? It is.
So Radwan Boujaboud within 6 minutes is brought off, as is Sina Terribly. And in place of him we have Turalbo Sanchez and Al-Qaeda, who started the game for Spain. Unchanged thus far from our current leaders, Scotland, who have options on the bench in Thomas Pettigrew, Nicky Duncan and Kieran Burns. They won't want to experiment or risk too much with such a fine margin separating the sides. They'd want another 1 or 2 goals before they look to make substitutions. Mitchelson fires it to McCall. Gro Garcia just lets that roll all the way back for a Spanish kick-in.
Change of keeper for Scotland. Captain Colin Shields having the removable goalkeeper shirt taken off.
It looks like number 2, Logan Mitchelson, is the one that's been substituted. So Colin Shields will probably occupy that central role for Scotland, with Thomas Pettigrew, the recently substituted number 6, will take the nice bright peachy orange goalkeeper jersey and resume Shields' position in goal.
A lot of squads do have goalkeeper jerseys that are quick and easy to remove and change. Part of that is the versatility of players, and goalkeeper is less of a specialist position in power chair than you would get in the running game. So multiple players will often find themselves playing that goalkeeper role, much more similar to the centre role that is predominant in power chair football. So centre players often act as goalkeepers, and you'll see that quite a few of the goalkeepers in this tournament appear to be playing out on pitch with a different colour shirt on. That's defensive ploy, so that when they can defend with 3 players, with the goalkeeper at the top of the box, and whilst in there can't give away a 2-on-1. So
Shields.
Scotland with a new lineup.
Gro Garcia putting immediate pressure on Colin Shields, occupying that central position as suspected. Over to Ethan Galloway, back to Shields. Gro Garcia limits the angle for a return pass to Galloway, and it goes to Al-Qaeda, who's going to try and put early pressure on Thomas Pettigrew. Shields very assured in his defensive duties, not going to give anything easy away to the Spanish number 8.
Has given away a kick in though. Just level with the box. Opportunity for Spain. Can they create something from here? Not a lot of space. Galloway lurking near Garcia to prevent any ball that does go. I think he would pounce on that. He does.
Al-Qaeda to Garcia, intercepted by Galloway.
Garcia could just give himself a little bit more space there.
Manuel Hernandez Al-Qaeda to take the kick in. He has Terralbo Sanchez down the line, and Gro Garcia just to his right. Goes for Sanchez. Shields guides the ball from the defensive half, attempting to get in the Spanish.
Shields with attempted flick out, but it cannons back.
Al-Qaeda with an opportunity. Couldn't quite get his chair position to force an effort.
Of course, 2-on-1's at the discretion of our match official in the middle. Whether or not players are interfering with play, gaining an advantage, will decide whether they call a 2-on-1. Good ball.
Garcia, good shield. Over to Terralbo Sanchez. Just a little block from Colin Shields. That mounting pressure here. Pettigrew and Shields have to be assured to prevent Gro Garcia. Be interesting to see.
It's given a penalty.
It's given a penalty to Spain. He deems Shields' contact too aggressive and forceful. And Gro Garcia has an opportunity with 9 minutes to play to level the tie.
New rules in power chair football this season means that Thomas Pettigrew will be allowed to park side on to the goal line. Now, depending on the referee's interpretations of the laws, he will also be allowed to move before the ball is struck.
The emphasis of the penalty take, it certainly gives the advantage to the goalkeeper, being side on and having the ability to drive forwards and backwards. Makes it extremely hard, and players have to be very accurate in their penalty kicks. Gro Garcia now shaping up. Looks like he's currently shaped up to go to the right hand side, but he just shifts his chair, has to feint, has to try and trick Thomas Pettigrew. Looks like he's going to go to the left. Feints. Goes to the left-hand side. And Samuel Grau Garcia equalises for Spain. What a fantastic fixture here to cap off the day in the EPFA Cup 2022. Is Scotland 1, Spain 1.
Triple feints, followed by a very well struck dead ball, slots it into the bottom corner. It's game on.
Al-Qaeda, immediate pressure on Colin Shields. They've got the wind in their sails here as Grau Garcia dispossesses and forces the ball goal bound. Thomas Pettigrew called into action. And he just was too close to Colin Shields. Colin Shields wasn't quick enough in vacating the space for Thomas Pettigrew to defend. Grau Garcia has an indirect free kick to try and put Spain in the lead with 6.5 minutes left to play.
If it wasn't hot enough in here already, the temperature has gone up a level.
Yeah, it must be noted, it is like a furnace in this hall here in Geneva, Switzerland. We're joined by some fantastic sunny weather.
Some less than fantastic ventilation.
If anyone has a fan or air conditioner unit here in Geneva, Switzerland, you're more than welcome to join us.
Garcia sends the ball in, hits Thomas Pettigrew.
Taralbo Sanchez trying to work the opportunity, but Pettigrew guides it out of play. A much brighter second half from Spain. Not that they was negative in the first, but that goal has just given them that extra motivation to really attack and exploit any potential flaws in this Scotland defence. Al-Qaeda has the option of Grau Garcia, closely marked by Ethan Galloway, and Taralbo Sanchez at the back post, cushioned by Conor McCall. Ethan Galloway feint, pivots his shield to try and get up the pitch.
Now can Garcia get this ball back round into the middle, or can Colin Shields get it up the line? Great tussle in the middle of the park here now between Shields and Garcia.
This has got to be one of my favourite games in the tournament so far. Spain's earlier fixture with Austria was another particular favourite.
Shields hands it off to Galloway, looks for a cross-field pass.
Al-Qaeda intercepts. Grau Garcia needs to pivot his chair round. Trying to vacate that space, wasn't able to do so quick enough. It looks like Terribly will enter the field of play once again. They're going for that win. And Al-Qaeda, for the second time this game, has been substituted off. Colin Shields with the free kick. Thomas Pettigrew to his right. McCall to the down the line.
All four Spanish players very deep now. Two on the line. Camilla centre down in. Oh, it's got through.
Conor McCall has an effort. Even Galloway at the back post. Good defending there from Vidal, and Grau Garcia prevents that Scotland goal. This really is an amazing tie.
4 minutes left. Engrossing fixture.
So we've just been informed by the Scotland coach, Gareth Mitchelson. Logan Mitchelson's chair is currently depleted of its batteries, hence his substitution, earlier omission.
Batteries will go down quicker in the heat. Motors will get hot and chairs will speed up as well, so the challenge to keep them charged, pass speed tests as the day goes on. The heat gets into the motors. All the chairs used in every game are speed tested before the match by the match officials, and they have a limit of 10 kilometres per hour forwards and backwards.
Shields all the way to McCall. Fantastic defending there from the number 2 for Spain, Aaron Turalbo Sanchez, that didn't let Conor McCall get the angle to force a shot, goal bound. One of his first major introductions in this second half. Terribly fires it down the line, it goes straight out of play for a Scotland kick-in. 2 minutes to play. Scotland will be desperate to keep their winning streak up, as will Spain. I think Spain will be the happier with the point from this fixture.
Trying to find McCall again at the back post with this ball. Galloway acting as the shield to stop Garcia getting across. The space is there.
Well defended by Sina Terribly.
He is very much hugging the line on that box. Defensive teams aren't allowed 3 players inside the box. Any part of the chair hanging over the goal area is considered to be inside the box. So traditionally the goalkeeper plus 1 outfield player will be the ones inside, and 1 or 2. So the other players will make it up.
As we approach the final minute in this second half fixture between Scotland and Spain, nothing separates the sides as Colin Shields shapes his chair to take a very advanced kick in for Scotland. All the way to Galloway. Effective shield to McCall. McCall can't get the angle to force a shot. And Shields didn't have the accuracy on any resulting shot to trouble Gro Garcia at that near side post.
We may have a little bit of additional time as we had substitution that involved a goalkeeper shirt swap. And we've had 4 or 5 substitutions in total as well.
Not to mention the penalty. Gil Vidal cushions it very gently into Gro Garcia, met by Colin Shields. Over to Galloway. Can he find the gap? Conor McCall. Fantastic defending there from Gil Vidal. Prevents an almost certain goal for Scotland, sorry.
Very tense moments at the tail end of this game.
Now an additional time. So the referee just puts his fingers up. 2 minutes he's awarded as additional time to the 20 we've already have. Terribly going to try and get Spain up the field of play. 2-on-1 in the favour of Scotland. The chairs of Turalbo Sanchez and Sina Terribly.
Shields then with a set piece for Scotland. He's got McCall, Galloway to look for. Just received some instructions from the bench to go to Galloway.
McCall tries to find his captain. Sina Terribly puts it out of play. Final 45 seconds of the 2 additional minutes the referee has awarded. Shields, spin kick, no one there to meet that pass.
Referee judging Sam Garcia. Spanish goalkeeper was outside the box as the ball passed, along with another outfield player, both within 3 metres of the ball and towards a 2-on-1, so an indirect free kick.
Final 10 seconds. Can Scotland get a late goal? I'm sure it'd break the hearts of the Spanish contingent around us, who have been absolutely fantastic, both in this game and their one earlier. Massive gap for Galloway to aim at. Couldn't quite get the accuracy. And the referee blows his whistle for the full time. Scotland won, Spain won. Arguably one of the most competitive, action-packed games of the tournament thus far. Just want to say a huge thank you to my co-commentator, Alex Dowding. I hope you can join me for some future games.
Me too. I have to say you've done a fantastic job so far. I know it's hard work in this heat.
It is indeed. Be sure to be following the European Power Chair Football Association on Facebook, where we will post match results, match photos, and an updated league table in due course. But from all of us here in Geneva, Switzerland, thank you once again, and we hope to see you all tomorrow for day 3 of the EPFA Cup 2022. See you then.